Hey there, you movie freaks. Welcome to the Hero Lair. Joining half of us again. Today, a really special trailer review. We're going to be looking at Kickboxer Vengeance.
His favorite movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I tend not to have idols really, aside from like the inspiration of my father and what have you. I don't really have idols, but Jean-Claude. Okay, I could say. I can meet any star. I've met different celebrities. It's a regular thing. If I were to meet Jean-Claude Van Damme, I would be a little bit like
he'd faint. I'd have to try and revive him, but I know like there'll be 20 girls trying to. Oh God! Also, interesting fact. This is where Josh got his dance moves from. Look at it, cute. All Jean-Claude. Alright.
But truly, like an inspiration in terms of the way he kept his body in its physical condition, his discipline to the martial arts, his flexibility, his grace of movement, his physique. Right? These are things that kind of inspired me. I mean, the womanizing and the drugs and all these other things, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, he doesn't take drugs.
Yeah, never. But definitely the physical discipline, that was very much inspirational of mine. So I love all these Van Damme movies, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Universal Soldier. All these things were, I really enjoyed them. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Kickboxer Vengeance and see where it takes off, how it relates to the original Kickboxer, and what they do with it in terms of this venue. So yeah, let's hit that trailer and see what they do. Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Eric Sloan, world champion!
Sloan.
So who wants to go to Thailand? No rules. No ref. And a chance to be remembered for a lifetime.
They're just redoing it.
Eric knew what he was getting himself into.
You trained my brother Muay Thai?
Yes, I did.
Why would you let him fight that monster?
I train people. I don't tell them when to fight and who to fight.
You trained me to fight Tong Po.
If you're afraid to die in a fight, you're dead.
Van Damme can still move. At that age, to be able to move with that kind of finesse, that's incredible.
You don't have to do this.
Your brother was brave. Your brother was a warrior.
Hey. What?
It's your boy.
What?
This kid.
What? The glass. Wow, GSP and Van Damme in the same movie. Interesting. A bunch of UFC fighters in there. Okay.
That was a given.
Yeah.
I feel that was a
yeah.
given. This day and age.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And they've started doing that for a while now. Okay. I'm not gonna lie.
He's kind of disappointed.
I'm disappointed. No, I am. I'm disappointed. I mean, it's gonna. I'll watch it. It's gonna be cool to see Van Damme on screen. It's cool to see like the whole kickboxing interplay in terms of the training, the montages, and then the final battle at the end. And obviously that repeat formula that you see. But they said it's Eric Sloan. Eric Sloan and his brother. Those are the characters from Kickboxer, the original Kickboxer. So they're remaking it, and they're using the actual Tong Po. See, what I had envisioned would have been something a lot more intriguing, because you see Van Damme there.
Yeah.
I would assume, like, this is in my head, this would have been
there
this would have been the narrative.
Yeah.
He gets trained by Zian, the slender Asian guy, who taught him how to be a kickboxer and when he defeated Tong Po.
Yeah.
Right. He stays on and lives there with Mai Li.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was just thinking of Tong Po's line. You bleed like Mai Li.
You bleed like my lead. My lead. Good.
Anyways. Mai Li. Anyways, okay, I'm not gonna. Anyways, so he stays there with Mai Li, and lives there, and he takes on the mantle of this, the trainer of the ancient ways of kickboxing, right? And he's been training maybe a couple fighters here and there, and that this new guy was one of the ones he had trained, right? And then he's defeated his brother, who was Kurt Sloan. But let's see, in the old Kickboxer, Kurt Sloan is Van Damme. The brother is Van Damme. So obviously, they're just remaking it, and he's putting himself in the position of Master Zian.
Yeah.
Right? And then they're just redoing, Tong Po, just like they just made him bigger and badder, like they did Green Goblin and Ultimate.
And you know what? All of this could have been changed. If they changed the names, it would have been a different movie. Kind of.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been so...
They didn't even have to say Sloan.
Yeah,
it could have been anybody else, and then...
I know, it would have been such a cooler concept, right? Like, even if it's not fully explained, at least carry on the legacy. It would have been so interesting to know that trainer who Van Damme is playing is the actual character, and he has had all this training from this incredible master of kickboxing, right? And that Tong Po could have been, don't call him Tong Po, maybe something else. Yeah. Maybe it's Tong Po's brother, like a younger brother of Tong Po, or his son, or something like that. Yeah. And then it kind of like, it comes full circle.
Or it's like a title.
Tong Po, exactly. I was going to say, like Grand Champion, like Yokozuna, or something like that. He is, whatever, they call him Tong Po. So, something like that would have had so much more legacy, I feel. So much more legacy, so much more, it would have been rooted in the history. And I think the story would have been better because it would have played off all these things. Now, in the trailer, when you see him in his training montage, they go back to Bangkok. They filmed the original one in Bangkok, in Thailand, different places in Thailand. They go back to the same ruins and temples, and they're training them there. How beautiful would it have been if, Van Damme is training this guy and he's seeing in him a reflection of himself as he trains him and brings him through everything he went through. Yeah. Just like Balboa. Yeah. Right? Oh, sorry, Creed. Yeah. When, Apollo's son runs the same steps. Runs this, the same path that Rocky did.
And,
It's just how remember we went to see that? Yeah. How much emotion did you feel?
Oh, so much.
When he's finished and he's like, and he's like in the street and he's cheering, and Rocky is sick and he's out the window like this. Yeah. Remember the goose?
Like I caught feelings.
Yeah. He was legitimate. He's like, yo man, he was like, that part.
Honestly, Creed affected me. Yeah. Because it's like, like, aside from the boxing and everything, the story of just like, your father has this legacy. Yeah. You know what I mean? It kind of hit home. You know what I mean? It's like my father wasn't the greatest father, but I always wanted to show people like, hey, like I am not a mistake. I'm not like, you know what I mean? And it's just like
I am what
that.
I am.
Yeah, exactly. And that feeling of like trying to be better than your father.
Drive,
it's just
loving mother.
And it affected me. Yeah, but it's like I wish, because I know this is your Creed. And I wish it, they did it differently, but you know what?
See, because I think, and a lot of people would have had that same kind of feeling in seeing this, seeing that history.
Because Kickboxer affected like a lot of martial artists.
Kickboxer and Bloodsport, those two movies alone by Van Damme were so influential.
Yeah.
It made a million kids go out into the martial arts world and take martial arts, right?
For me, it was Ninja Turtles too. I don't see you go, Ninja, go. It's like, Mom, sign me up.
Go ninja.
I can't even lie. It was Ninja Turtles too. It wasn't even, All right, go ahead.
Oh man. Anyway, so those are my thoughts. I mean, it's still gonna be cool because again, you are revisiting some of the same scenes. You're redoing a formula, and it really, I mean, you really do take away from the story in redoing the formula, and just like, and when I say redoing the formula, I don't just mean a template model of a storyline.
Like the same beats.
I mean, no, not just the same beats. I mean, the actual story is being recreated.
Yeah.
Right? If it was just a template that they were redoing and spinning it in the way we just discussed, beautiful. You know, whatever. It's going to be enjoyable to watch, but it really is going to be lacking a lot of, you know, engagement because of what they chose to do. You know, but I still do think it's going to be interesting to see how all these characters are fitting in, including all the UFC fighters.
Yeah.
How they make Tong Po, like what his deal is, because he speaks perfect English. It seems.
Yeah.
It seems.
You know what it reminded me of? It's like the quality of the trailer and like what it looks like the movie is gonna be. Like I don't know if you've seen on Netflix like Flesh and Bone.
No.
Where it's like Michael Jai White and he's in jail and he's like a street fight. Yeah.
I bet I like Michael Jai White. I should watch
yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
He would have been a great Black Panther.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
Or like a Universal Soldier, you know, like that kind of quality, and it's like they could have taken so much time and just made it better. Well, listen, I'm just looking at the trailer and I'm just like
again, these are suppositions.
Yeah,
I think the quality is fine. Like I think the cinematography is fine.
Yeah,
I just think it's going to suffer as a story because of what they chose to do. And you're right, it would have been so simple just to make them different names.
Yeah.
And make Van Damme and like just make him Kurt Sloan.
Yeah.
You do that, you've changed the dynamics of the movie entirely. It's so simple, but like how do you sit down with a board, you know, and like you know, like and make that mistake?
Yeah, it's like taking like a word out of a sentence, and you take that word out, and it can just mean totally something else. You know what I mean? It's just I feel you. Well,
final thoughts? Anything else?
No, like I'm gonna see it. I'm probably gonna see it with you.
Yeah, I'm down to watch it. Your bro. But you just know that when we do see it, I'm just gonna be like,
I'm gonna hear Eli and Josh. Oh come on! Oh God! Oh, and then Eli's gonna put it on his show.
Oh man, yeah. Eli Martyr is my brother, stunt actor and actor, extraordinary individual in a lot of movies. His channel is Eli Martyr, and he does How You Should React. So he does some funny stuff there if you want to check it out.
It's gonna be a whole lot of. Come on, really?
Well, we're done with Kickboxer Vengeance. You know that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Anyways, please do subscribe, leave comments, tell us what you think. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, and you know we're verging in on it, so it'll be great. Please stay tuned for more episodes.
Any martial artists out there, tell us. You know, how did this movie influence you? What Van Damme movie influenced you? Love to hear.
Big of a fan of like some of the variety and genres I am.
Yeah.
You know, you can get me for authorship at www.joshuamartyr.com. Where can I catch you?
Holla at me on Simplicity, 2 M's, 1 on Instagram. That's it.
We're out.
Enjoy.
Ciao.